Hey guys, this video is for our kindergarten and first grade team for November week 3. So this week we are talking about the parable of the talents, and sorry, my hands are so gross. And then our bottom line is use your things wisely. And our life app for the month is stewardship, taking care of what you have because it all belongs to God. Our memory verse for the month, one of my favorites, is whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. Luke 16:10. And don't forget to remind your kiddos, we've got some stickers on your cart that we are doing Be Rich really for the whole month of November and December in kids ministry, because we're talking about generosity in December. But we have our little change collector and tell them to bring in their change, and our goal is to raise $1,000 throughout all of kids ministry for Oak Ridge Kids Haiti. So for them to get school supplies. Frankie Charles was asking for some new books and things like that. So we thought if we could raise $1,000 here, it would buy it for all 70 kids that go to Oak Ridge, Haiti. All right, so let's jump into this week. So when you get here at 8:30 and 10:30, just take a minute to pray for the kids that you're going to have in your small group. Take a minute to just pray for Oak Ridge kids in general, and just ask God to see that it's for kids to see that it's not bad to have cool stuff, but what matters is how they use their stuff. Do they share it and do they take care of it? At 8:40 and 10:40, when kids start to roll in, you'll just play with toys in their small group and ask kids about their week. Make sure if you have any kids that are here for the very first time that you are really helping them to feel welcome and to connect them with other kiddos. And then ask kids to find the person in the group who has the most and least of the following things. So you'd say, so let's find the person who has the most letters in their name, or the least letters in their name, the most pets, and so on. Then at 9 and 11, your interactivity is called Make the Most. So at the bottom of your cart, you've got a tablecloth. We'll use that for both services. And then there's 2 piles of paper, one for first service and one for second service. So what you're going to do is you're going to spread the tablecloth out on the floor, and you're going to have kids sit around the edges, but have them sit on the tablecloth. And then you're going to give each kid a piece of paper, and you're going to have them tear their paper into the teeniest, tiniest bits that they can, and have them keep their teeny tiny bits on the tablecloth. And then when they're finished, when they think they're finished, ask them if they can make it even smaller, and just make sure they keep their pieces of paper on the tablecloth so that when you go to large group, it's easy to just take the tablecloth and dump all the scraps in the trash can. So right before you head down to large group, you're just going to say, you guys made a lot of little pieces out of one sheet of paper. And you definitely made the most of those papers. So we're going to go to large group, and we're going to hear more about making the most of something that's way more important than a piece of paper. So you'll head down to large group. Just make sure that you sit with your small group and help them to engage in worship. And then when you head back to your room, you're going to do a review activity called Who's Got Stuff. So you've got all these cards. They're paper clipped onto the front of your leader guide, and it's just a bunch of stuff. And you're going to tape one card to each kid's chest. So you'll probably have more cards than you do kids. That's fine. And then you're going to have kids stand in a circle so that everyone can see their stuff cards. And then you're going to read these little riddles that are below and have kids gather around the kiddo whose gift would answer the riddle, or they can point to that kiddo or whatever it might be, or shout it out. And some riddles might have several answers, and that's fine because you might not use every single piece of your stuff papers. So let's see, if you have this, you might be able to write it to your friend's house. So everybody hop on one foot to the person who has that. Okay, if you have this, your family buys dog food. Oh, everybody waddle like a penguin to that person. Good job. You can have them move around different ways, have them skip, have them tiptoe, have them march, just to get them moving a little bit. And then you'll just finish up by asking kids to come up with ways that they could use their stuff wisely, not only for themselves, but also to help others. So that they could say, oh, I could use my bike and share it with a friend, and we could play with it together. Or I could share my game controller with my little brother or sister so that we could hang out. I could put my shoes away to help out with a parent. So what are some ways that we waste our stuff? You could ask them about that. Oh, I waste my books when I don't take care of them and I leave them outside, or whatever it might be. And then just kind of help answer these extra questions. So how could a piano be used in a good way? How could it be wasted? Just trying to get them thinking and comparing and contrasting between using something wisely and wasting it. And then you'll just close by saying, so guys, everyone has stuff, and some people have more than others, and that's okay. But most of us have way more than we need. And the main thing isn't what you have or how much you have, but it's what you do with it. It's not bad to use your things for yourself, but God doesn't want you to use your stuff only for yourself. He wants you to use your things wisely. Then for your memory verse review, you're going to practice saying the memory verse with motions and have kids echo each phrase as you say it. And then you're going to choose a number from 0 to 5, write it on a little piece of paper or a sticky note that's on your cart, and then have kids put a number behind their back and say, all right, everybody show me your number now. And if you wrote down a 3 and they have a 3, then they'll say the memory verse with you, and so on. You do that a few different times. And then you'll just close that by saying, so guys, guessing games are fun even if we don't always get the right answer. And I'm glad that God doesn't play guessing games. He doesn't make you guess about how to obey him and follow him and use your things wisely. He wants you to know that he expects you to take care of what you've been given, and not just your money and your stuff, but your talents and your abilities that he's given you too. And you can take care of those by putting them into practice. So don't let what God has given you go to waste. So if you're a really good soccer player, work hard at it. Play soccer good. If you're really good at playing an instrument, then practice it and get really good at it. When you do the right thing, when you do what you know pleases God, you show that you can be trusted with even bigger things. So then just when you close in prayer, gather kids in the circle around you and just pray together. And you can just follow this where it says, whenever you don't know how to use your things wisely, just for God and for good, take a minute and just pray and ask God to help you take care of those things. And then you can either use this little prayer that's in your leader guide, or you could obviously always just say your own. So that's it for this week, guys. I'm so excited about tomorrow night as our volunteer appreciation. So make sure if you've been serving with us throughout this year that you are here at 6:30. You will not want to miss it. If you're watching this on Saturday, I hope you had a great time. Thank you so much for serving at Oak Ridge Kids and being small group leaders. We love and appreciate every single one of you. So, so grateful for you. And I will see you guys on Sunday.